welcome to another episode of Hard Factor. It is another What the Fuck Wednesday, March 24th, 2021, episode number 652. I'm Will. We got Mark and Wes here. Pat is still off with his baby boy, and Mama Kate and Bubba is he's driving all over the southern United States. So he's not. It's just three of us today. How you fellas doing?
Good. It's been a long week. Probably not as long as Pat's with it, but like I'm trying to get caffeine as much as possible. This morning I called my dad and I was like, I'm gonna get to him early for his birthday. It turns out I was exactly a month early. He's the same right date, but a month early. So that was awkward.
Wow.
And I was like,
what was his response on that?
He was like, you know, now you don't have to call me in a month. And I was like, no. I said, oh God.
It's like you knocked it off your list. Don't worry.
Yeah, exactly. Now I have a month to forget it again.
One less thing to be stressed about.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So it's been a week. Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but when it's like my parents' birthday, I make a point to like be the first sibling to call.
Nice.
And then I send an immediate text reminder to my sister, like, "Hey, you piece of shit, don't forget to call Mom."
Because that made you feel good, right? You were like that text. You were like, yeah, I'm the good one. Well, I just do only Google. Like, if I didn't have Google Calendar, I wouldn't remember anything. This is
right.
I'm terrible with birthdays.
Just put them all on your calendar.
Honestly,
man.
The only sibling or like family member I know is like I know them now. I mean, I know them. I just don't remember them. The only one I remember every year is my sister's because she shares a birthday with Pat, and he makes a big goddamn deal about it like months in advance. So,
yeah, he loves a birthday. Yeah, Mark, you got to get like the if you're not going to use Google Calendar, you got to get the neural net as quick as you can because it'll just do this shit for you.
Yeah, I need something. I'm terrible.
Put them in your damn phone.
Get the chip.
I have been this year for the first year ever, but like, it makes you look like such a scumbag, you know? So
yeah.
Well, your immediate family is a real head scratcher. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, how did I forget that?
I love them to death. I just don't know when their fucking birthdays are.
Yeah, my sister forgot to call me on mine this year, and I still haven't talked to her.
Oh
no!
Not because I'm mad. Like, now it's a thing. Now it's become a thing.
Now it's a thing.
Oh shit!
No.
Speaking of this week, we have a guest this week. Tomorrow's show. So this will be the first of many guests to come in this. We're just going to try to have one a week coming up for as many weeks in a row as we can. If you like the guests coming up, we just ask that you comment and share the interviews as they come up, and we'll keep them coming starting tomorrow with a very special guest who will answer a question I've been wondering out loud on the show for weeks now. You're going to have to tune in to find out who it is and what that question is.
Nice tease.
But I've been asking it out loud for a while now. Also, one more thing, hadn't gone down under in a while, but shout out to all the Aussies in the Hardo Hive. Hopefully you're staying dry. Historic flooding in Australia.
Yeah, really scary stuff. And then like the
swarms of spiders.
The critters, the critters are getting to higher ground, aka people's homes and stuff.
Snakes, spiders. Yeah.
Literally swarms of spiders coming up in houses, Mark. You would be not having a good time down there.
Well, I don't even want to visit Australia just in case I bump into a dry spider.
Did you guys Google Surfer's Paradise, though? It's so beautiful.
No, I bet it is.
The Gold Coast. You got to
check it out.
Sounds nice. All right. Yeah. I mean, that's nice.
It sounds nice.
It's really good. Google it. Gold Coast. Beautiful. All right. It's time to get going with the stories, and the Daily Buzz is up first. And there was a good point from somebody out there on social media who said, the Daily Buzz is covering all the latest trends at the time of taping, which is inevitably from yesterday for a lot of people listening right now. So going to lead off with what's happening today, March 24th, and what you have to look forward to today before we get into the latest trends. So today, March 24th, is a lot of days, mostly International Day for Achievers. I found that one to be interesting. So if you're an achiever out there, today is your day.
Count me out. Not my day.
Well, but you can be an aspiring achiever as well. And maybe today is the day you actually achieve.
It's the opposite. I don't know. Yeah.
There's National Cheesesteak Day. That might be more up your alley. National Chocolate Covered Raisin Day, and also National Cocktail Day, which I thought should be higher on the list.
Now we're talking. Yeah.
Wait, National Cheesesteak Day?
Yeah.
Today?
Oh, I thought you said cheesecake. Cheesesteak, yeah. Cheesesteak and cocktail day.
And cocktail on the same day. So you could have a cheesesteak and a like vodka lemonade. I don't know. I mean, that's with me if I'm ordering, but that would be That'd be
This
tasty.
is the greatest day in the history of the world.
Not bad. March 24th.
Bunch of freaks eating chocolate covered raisins.
Yeah, when you have the other two options.
Yeah.
All right. Now for the top trends as of the time of taping in the Daily Buzz. The lower top 10 of Twitter and Google was all about gun law reform. Called that on yesterday's show, if you were listening. People being surprised that the Colorado shooter is a Syrian American. Tammy Duckworth and Meghan McCain standing up against Asian hate in their own ways. So diving a little bit deeper into those. The shooter is ID'd in Colorado as 21-year-old Ahmad Alisa. And Joe Biden is considering banning ARs. I don't know if that has anything to do with the timing of another mass shooting or what, but that's just happening same day. And then there was this crazy Nerf gun that the North Carolina police found. It's like a handgun made into augmented into look like a Nerf gun. It's crazy. So
that's scary, but kind of awesome.
Right. Yeah. But that's just a bunch of gun stuff, including.
Yeah.
So.
And hand up. Yesterday when I called the guy White on the show, he sure as shit looked like a fat white guy from the helicopter footage we had.
He did.
Turns out he's just, I don't really care if he's purple. He's a piece of shit, but whatever.
Piece of shit regardless of the color. Yeah, he turns out he's Syrian American. People suspect maybe sort of like a jihad type thing going on.
Yeah, there was some talk of like ISIS sympathy and stuff. I mean, again, I think what we talked about. Yeah, so correction has been made, but I think like that in general, it's just best for us to not even talk about any of the characteristics of the shooters,
right?
Like going forward and talk about the victims, like the 10 people that died, maybe give you facts, but like the shooter's background, we don't give a flying fuck about, to be honest.
Just avoid it. I mean, you can say something at the top, nice, but it's a sad thing to talk about for like a long time, and obviously we fucking sympathize with the victims and everyone that's affected by it, but it's sad, and we like to be a little bit more uplifting on the show.
It's big news stories. We're gonna have to report on it one way or the other. We might not have to but as I'm saying, like we don't need to spend time talking about.
Let's
we're doing it again. The shooter.
So let's go on.
Okay.
Tammy Duckworth is going to stall Biden confirmations unless he nominates some Asians for important positions. That's how she's standing up to Asian hate. And Meghan McCain apologized for saying she doesn't care what people call the coronavirus in the name of stopping Asian hate as well. Like we've said before on this show, just cool it with the racism and violent crime. Everybody, that'd be nice. Number 7 in the Daily Buzz is Prince Harry. He's working with a mental health organization called Better Up. And I think Harry seems like he'd be a good counselor, very understanding eyes on Prince Harry. You know, you could just, if you're on a Zoom chat with him, you could just tell him anything. He's going to be like, give you some
people
nice
like
British advice.
Yeah, people like to hug people of like hugging a president. People love that shit. Or like hugging an important person. It makes them feel good, you know?
So therapeutic.
Yeah.
Number
What's
6.
his title? Did you see his title?
No, I didn't look much further
it's
besides
like
mental health.
Chief Impact Officer. It's like a made up title. It's a
Yeah,
made up title.
It's
He has
Harry.
the impact on the people, so they give him Chief Impact. CIO.
I hope they make his impact ass actually do counseling sessions because he would be good at that job itself, I think.
I thought he was going to do a day-to-day job until I read that title.
No, he's just like whatever. He's attached to the company. Number 6, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. A man discovered shrimp tails in his cereal box. I think he's a journalist or something. He posted it to Twitter, and it was going nuts on Twitter. It's like the number 2 thing on Twitter. So
So did you hear the theory about why there was shrimp?
Yes.
In there?
No.
It's disgusting. So
why?
In the sugar or the flour, a rat got into the flour or sugar. That's what the black things are. And what they do is they nest, and that's why there's like droppings in the individual like squares. That's black rat droppings, and the rats like get shrimp and all this other food, and they eat and they hoard and they make a nest. And that Cinnamon Toast Crunch was like in direct contact with like a rat's nest.
It's a caramelized rat's nest.
Yeah, it's a caramelized rat's nest.
Oh, disgusting. Well, that was trending.
Yeah.
Well, Cinnamon Toast Cinnamon Toast Crunch went after him, so they made the big mistake. They could have just like on the DM like been like, "Hey, what do you want for this?"
$1 million to take it down.
Sorry about the rat's nest.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah. Now everybody knows Cinnamon Toast Crunch is a caramelized rat's nest.
Yeah.
That's not good. Number 5, The Black Widow and other Disney and Pixar films will be debuting direct to Disney Plus the same time as they go to theaters going forward. COVID's changed a lot of things. The Black Widow will be out on July 9th, straight to your television.
Big news for Wes and everyone. But I know Wes is a huge monster movie guy. March 31st, HBO Max, I think, has Godzilla vs. Kong.
Oh, wow. That's straight
in like a week.
Oh, wow.
I thought it was coming out in May.
I think it's March 31st.
Oh, man.
Well, Mark, we have to double check that month, Mark.
Okay. Yeah. Hey.
Number 4, Taylor Dee, country musician, died at 33 in a car crash. Tragic. Rest in peace, Taylor Dee. Number 3, Draymond Green says he's the best defender in NBA history. Here's the quote.
Oh, no.
I think I'm the best defender to ever play in the NBA. I stand by that. I'd put myself up against anybody.
Okay.
In the history of
the NBA.
Wow.
So
okay.
No matter who you are, your head's probably not as big as Draymond Green's today.
Gary Payton might have something to say about that.
Yeah, lots of defenders.
Dikembe Mutombo, anyone.
Yeah.
Rasheed Wallace, tons of people. Yeah, or Ben
Wallace. Lots of people better than Draymond Green. Also, people
March 31st, baby.
Nice.
March 31st is coming.
Right on the nose. Perfect.
Hell yeah.
Godzilla Kong to your TV. Also, people are Googling UCLA and Gonzaga basketball because lots of people want UCLA to upset Bama, and Gonzaga is very, very good. Number 2 trend was NFL news. Deshaun Watson, quarterback. He's accused of sexual misconduct in 16 lawsuits now. 16.
So that original getting out ahead of the first one's looking a little bit shallow right now.
Well, he's buried in 16 lawsuits. That's a lot. It's a lot of paperwork accusing you of different things. So Deshaun Watson's got his hands full. Also, Joe Flacco is going to the Eagles. They say is the backup.
No.
They say it's as the backup. But
it's not going to be our year, Philly. Future's bright. Not this year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as long as he doesn't have to step in. And number 1, yesterday, March 23rd, was National Puppy Day. So there's just tons of puppy pics out there. For you guys, that's just a bunch of golden retriever puppies just stacked together. Puppies.
Love puppies.
Pretty good back-to-back days. You got National Puppy Day, and then that rolls
Cheesesteak and Cocktail Day. Whoa, this week
pick yourself up a puppy and then get fucking loaded the next day.
You're having a good time. Yeah.
Yeah. Not
having a good time. And whenever puppies is on here, I think it's just going to be number 1 because puppies are number 1.
All right, guys. Nice trending list.
Thank you.
Will. In Lebanon, there's a building that is so skinny. How skinny is it? That people wonder what the fuck it's doing there to begin with. So here is a picture of it. It's that one in the background. You see that? Mm-hmm. That's the building. It's about.
Holy shit!
You see that? It's hilariously skinny. Legend has it that here's a different angle on the side.
Skinnier than the
on the edges.
So for the listeners,
on the edges, it's a little bit.
It's
thicker,
skinnier than the balcony of the building.
I'm looking at the fucking wrong thing.
Yeah, you
there
didn't see it. You see it. You see
there
it now?
you go, Wes.
It's skinnier than the balcony
incredibly
of the building
skinny.
next to it. No, it's crazy.
So hilariously skinny. Legend has it that this Beirut building located in the Manara neighborhood, which is nicknamed Al-Basa, which is Arabic for fuck you, essentially, or screw you, is one brother who was jealous of his other brother's plot. They both got an inheritance of a plot, and the one brother got a better plot. So the brother who got the shittier plot that got on the road built a wall essentially to block his other brother from oceanfront views.
Oh, so it's literally just the cheapest building you could erect.
Yes, it's just a spite building. It's you know how
Spite, yeah.
You know how the Larry David made spite stores or spite shops famous, the coffee shop. Like there's spite buildings. So just the most spiteful thing you could possibly do to your brother.
Block his view with the skinniest building in the world.
Yeah, it's like he didn't want to make any money on it. He just wanted to fuck over his brother. The screw you or fuck you building, El Basa, is 2 feet wide at its narrowest point. That's pretty narrow, and 14 feet at its widest, like on the edge. And it was built in 1954. I didn't know these were a thing, but apparently there are a lot of spite architecture buildings. It's just a bunch of rich people getting back at other rich people. So let's talk about a few
really
others. Yeah,
this is like that 54. So yeah, like you said, it's been happening for a long time.
There's one in Austin, isn't there?
Probably, but I went through an article and found like 10 of them, and I'm going to go through a couple more here.
Wow.
Like the Kavanaugh building, which was built in Buenos Aires, Argentina in 1936. It's that big building there. Karina
Beautiful.
Kavanaugh, which is the building's named after, is a millionaire of Irish descent. And she was engaged to a member of a royal aristocratic family in Argentina in Buenos Aires that disapproved of the outsider, similar to how the British Crown, disapproves of someone when they get married.
Oh, Markle, yeah.
Yes, and if you watch The Crown, just in the history. So Kavanaugh built a 33-story skinny building that was at the time the largest building in all of South America to block the old money family's view of their private church, which is behind this giant building, from their palace. So the palace is they're sitting in their palace and all they can see is this ugly giant skyscraper that Kavanaugh built because they wouldn't let her marry.
I thought
the
that
prince.
building looks okay.
It's okay. It's
Yeah,
not
it
as
looks
nice
like
as
a
their
Lego.
it's not as nice as their private church, but
Looks like a Lego.
It does. It looks like one of those big Lego building things.
The top part probably they don't need. The
Right.
top part does look like it's just there to block you.
If you get a good looking spite building, it's out of luck. Like she wasn't like trying to make it look pretty. Another one, this is probably, let's do it. My favorite one, I think, is just because of the backstory. So in Virginia City, Nevada, I don't know.
Oh yeah,
Nevada.
That's close.
In the so you know where it is. In the 1950s, two silver miners were mortal enemies. So when one silver miner built his family a home, like to move his family to, the other silver miner bought the plot next door and then moved his existing house brick by brick to be just inches from touching the other guy's house, and probably just loudly partied his ass off the rest of the time. And here's how close it was. He just moved his house on top of the other guy's family house.
Oh, I think that, I think I may have even seen that when I visited there. Yeah, it's a really small place. Like, you got Virginia City's an interest. They have the Bucket of Blood Saloon. You guys got to check it out. It's pretty
Nice.
sweet.
So that's two silver miners spite building near you, Will. He just hated him so much. He had to move back. So it sounded like he loved them, to be honest.
No, they hated each other. That makes sense. They're out in the hills when there's nothing to do but mining out there. People just they got time on their hands to spite people. So
yeah, it sounded like the one guy didn't have a family, so he was probably just really bringing the heat. Back to the Grudge building that closed it out in Lebanon, or not the Grudge. It's translated to the Grudge. That's the PC version. It's the fuck you or screw you building in Arabic. So it is currently uninhabited, but it has.
How could you live in it? 2 feet by 14 feet.
14 feet. You see this picture on the edges, like you could kind of live. See on the very edges, you can kind of live in the apartments. Yeah. So in the past, people did live there. It housed refugees, and it was once a brothel. So probably lots of legs on walls, sex going on in that brothel. One at a time, please.
Well, when you got into the skinny part, I mean, that's going to be advantageous for some moves.
That's what I'm saying. Legs on the
lots
walls.
Of support.
Like Spider-Man sex. So that's it for spite architecture. Maybe we'll bring it back sometime.
Boy, if those walls could talk.
Yeah.
Oof.
I think I'd build like a spite homeless shelter next to my enemy.
Austin, Texas did that to themselves. They did they put it straight directly the nicest part of downtown.
That's what Wes
that is how
about.
you get somebody. Yeah.
No, I was talking about the owl building. It's like an old myth. It's like the architect was from Rice, so it looks like an owl. So it's
Rice house.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about building food that's really stinky, like a broccoli factory next to someone's that smells like farts all the time?
What's the other one? Durian.
The fruit. Yeah.
Durian. Yeah.
Smells like death. Yeah.
Sounds like yeah.
All right.
Homeless shelter will really fuck up someone's day. All right, guys. A sinister plot to destroy tennis superstar Novak Djokovic was exposed by a Serbian model by the name of Natalija Sekic. Here are some photos of Natalia. For you guys to enjoy. Yeah. Pretty good looking girl. She's a little
seems like somebody who could definitely ruin your life. Yeah.
She could get the job done.
Her face is a little.
Yeah. I've got some mean things to say, but I'm not going to say it.
We're not going to say it, but she's an Instagram model.
Right. She's got 22,000 followers. She's doing okay. She's Serbian. She gets it done. So what she claims is that a man from London who she knew, who she thought was a good guy, who she thought was going to do some business with her, maybe some modeling. The details are still yet to come. Asked her on a date. She thought was a business date, but instead of that guy trying to give her business or fuck her her or talk about her and her career. He instead offered her $70,000 to seduce Novak, fuck him in a hotel room where he was going to place a hidden camera in an attempt to destroy his marriage and ruin his life and extort him, probably.
Whoa. So this was like Roger Federer's boy. Because Novak's
yeah.
taking over all of his records.
Yeah, could be.
This is like a Tanya Harding scenario.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's fucked up. So, Novak is married to Jelena Djokovic. Here she is, and she's a looker herself. They've been married.
Now that's a face.
Yeah, she's gorgeous. She's al natural. And there they are as a couple. So they've been married. They actually met in high school. They started dating in, I think, 2005.
What a talented high school.
Right, exactly. And Serbia, you get lucky sometimes. And they were married in July of 2014. They have 2 kids and a boy. They seem to have a pretty great marriage based on, press photos and the things I've seen. 7 years for a professional athlete. It's a pretty strong marriage, I think. Rumors have spread about his infidelity. Maybe, this guy thought he was an easy mark for a sextortion plot, but Novak denies all that bullshit, saying he and his wife are solid. There's rumors also when he fell off, he said he was going through some personal stuff when he was world number 1, and then he fell off. And, John McEnroe compared him to Tiger Woods at one point, and like that he was going through the same kind of thing. So who knows? Who cares?
He's a partier. He's a partier. I don't know about his infidelity, but I know that Novak parties. He got in a lot of trouble last year around this time, or because of COVID lockdowns. The motherfucker likes to party. I don't know anything about his infidelity or anything.
Did he fall for this trap that was set for him, or
no?
It doesn't even sound like it got there.
So luckily, this girl has some morals. Here's a quote from her. She said, "I thought it was when this guy was talking to her. I thought it was a hidden camera. I'm not going to try to do super. I thought it was a hidden camera when he told me I could get about 60,000 euros for that and a trip wherever I wanted. I laughed, expecting him to say it was a joke, but the man was very serious. I felt very offended and humiliated. They were really preparing a hell of a plan. I was told to take Novak somewhere to an intimate place and film it all." She went on to say she got angry. She felt like hitting the guy, but got up, left. And, she came forward in hopes that they weren't going to continue the plot against Novak. So now he knows.
Yeah, but I mean,
now he knows.
But I mean, these guys don't get in trouble, do they? I mean, it's just a plot.
I think it is. It's conspiracy, right?
Is it a scheme? Like you can get arrested for that just for offering that?
I believe so. It's like conspiracy to commit like extortion.
Oh shit.
Yeah. But the thing that sucks for Novak
sounds like they were just trying to get him laid.
Yeah, I know. but even if it's a good thing for Novak, and if he was a cheater, it sucks because now he cannot trust any single woman for the rest of his life that wants to fuck him on the
Novak.
Side. Yeah, poor Novak.
He can't cheat on beautiful Yelena anymore.
Yeah, exactly. He's
fucked. No.
Novak's definitely going to be in his own head over this for a while.
Oh, yeah. He's
what do you want me to sign your tits for? No.
Right, exactly. So it could. He also came out against the coronavirus vaccine, so maybe there's something behind that about like tennis players getting vaccinated.
That's what I'm saying. He's been big in the news against COVID. Like he's been partying. He doesn't take it seriously whatsoever.
He doesn't believe in the vaccine, and he loves to party at the same time.
I don't think he believes in COVID.
He's a pandemic guy. He's I don't think he takes COVID very seriously at all.
No.
It's like I've won every tournament and I'm not sick.
He's also got like 0.1% body fat and can play 30 sets in a row.
Right. Yeah. He's a take a steam and get rid of it guy.
Yeah.
So that's that.
Man. Poor Novak.
Right.
Well, it must be nice when you're Novak Djokovic when you can just take a steam and have do something with one of them.
Right.
To get rid of your troubles.
People are paying for Instagram models to fuck him. He's so lucky. He's like, get the hell out of here.
He's a rabid anti-vaxxer and pandemic guy, and people just are worshiping him still. Uncanceled. Living his life to the fullest. Novak Djokovic, everybody. If you're not Novak Djokovic, though, could you use some stress relief in your life? Some more calmness, some pain relief, easier sleep? If so, you're a lot like me and every other human on planet Earth that could benefit from longtime Hard Factor sponsor Caliper CBD. What's great about CBD is that it helps you feel better without making drastic changes to your routine. Anytime I need a little chill out, anytime at all. I just reach for that 20 milligram packet of Caliper CBD, pour it into any drink or food that I'm cooking because it's completely tasteless, and I'm chilled out 10 minutes later every time, guaranteed. This past January, Colorado State University published the first ever peer-reviewed study to compare how different CBD products on the market are absorbed and processed by the body. Caliper CBD was found to deliver 30 times more CBD than CBD oil over the first 30 minutes of taking it. It's unbeatable, really. Like 30 times more over the first 30 minutes. Why would you take anything else? You wouldn't. Better than any CBD I've ever tried.
Yeah. What?
It's immediate. It's you and while you're pouring it and mixing it, it is a calming because you know how fast it's gonna act. You're like, relief is coming.
And the first sip, it's like, oh, this doesn't taste like anything. It doesn't taste like any other powdered thing I've put in a drink before.
Oh, you chug it. I slam it down. Put it in your protein shake, your coffee, your plain old water. Mocktails, baked goods, Caliper CBD. The options are limitless, and individual packets are convenient, THC free, completely non-GMO. Boxes of 30 or 60 packets at a time. The best CBD out there, period. And we're going to be releasing a little video ad with Caliper CBD soon. It's one that you would definitely will not want to miss. Definitely. It's looking very good. Caliper CBD are true supporters of the Hardo Hive, so please support them back with your CBD needs. Get 20% off your first order when you use promo code FACTOR at trycaliper.com/factor. You can try Caliper CBD risk-free for 30 days. If you don't love it, they'll give you a full refund. That's trycaliper.com/factor. Don't forget promo code FACTOR for 20% off your first order.
Yeah. I mean, there's a coffee shop up the street that charges me like, like a coffee with CBD is like $12. It's ridiculous.
Get the $5 one and make it a $12 with the Caliper.
Yeah,
there you go.
It's easy. All right, let's talk about stereo real quick, guys. Hey, we really appreciate what you guys did when Mark called out and asked you guys to sign up at stereo.com/hardfactor. Mark, a lot of you guys did that for us, and we really, really appreciate it because, like Mark said, it is our biggest sponsor, but it's also a fucking shit ton of fun. Every Wednesday, every Friday, please join us around 5 p.m. Eastern, and we're live. We are live talking about a lot of fun stuff, not really newsy stuff, basically whatever you guys want us to talk about, because you can call in, leave us a live voice message, and direct the show. Ask us a question, talk shit to us, give us some love, whatever the fuck you want to do, and we will play it live in real time. And it's about an hour of more free content for you guys. So you're welcome. But we really...
And it's fun, and there's other big acts on there. We're all trying to get stereo app going.
Yeah, a lot of our stuff are open talks. I think we're trying to do some themed things too. I'm thinking like we did a high school theme, maybe we could do a college theme, maybe we could do like our most embarrassing sexual experience theme, and you call in and you tell us yours and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Different themes are fun.
That sounds
too.
great. Oh,
yeah.
That's most embarrassing sexual thing sounds amazing.
Yep.
Let's do that.
You want to do it today?
There is a show. There's two. Right?
Yeah, I'm doing one with Bubba, and we can do another one. Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Noon and 5 today. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so tune in today. But remember, stereo.com/hardfactor Mark is the link that helps us the most, but we want you to follow all of us, stereo.com/hardfactor Will, Wes, and stereo.com/Pat Cassidy. Follow us. You'll be notified when we go live. And yeah, it is a lot of fun, and we really hope you join us, and we really appreciate you helping us out there.
Nice. All right, guys, let's take it to the science corner. Not talk nerdy to me. Good news, guys. Scientists released a report saying that they can implant false memories and reverse them in people's brains, making me question all of my memories.
Yeah. Right. Okay. I saw this one. It's terrifying.
It's the worst. Like, has this already happened? It makes me question things like when we retell stories amongst our group of friends, mainly PFT, and we remember who did things a little bit differently. Like, who was the main character in the story type thing, or right. I don't know. Maybe he's right. Psychologist.
Oh, no. He's got something going on with that. There's something going on there.
Okay, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But psychologist Eileen,
computers have gotten to him.
Yeah, the psychologist though. Psychologist Eileen Oberst at the University of Hagen in Germany literally did an inception study where her and her colleagues successfully implanted false memories in people. So she says, if people try and search for a memory, they usually find something, said the psychologist. Apparently, it's incredibly easy to implant false memories into people, as they did it to 52 people with a median age of 23. So it wasn't like old brains.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
but
you
this
see, all
could
you have
be a
to
good
do-
thing. This could be a good thing.
No, it can't,
Well,
Wes.
why?
You can suggest false memories.
Yes, you can manipulate people. Yes,
Look, Wes, you have so many false memories right now. I do
Yep.
too. We all
Yes.
three. Oh, this is horrible news.
Listen to how easy it is. This is how many
Oh,
false
God.
memories you have. You see, all you have to do is pressure people to search for a memory that is plausible, but like didn't happen, right? So the scientists asked the patient's parents and loved ones for a scenario that did not happen, but that they thought that their children would believe was plausible. And then the scientists, like the psychologists, presented it to them in like psychology sessions, and they asked them like, "Did this happen when you were younger?" And at first they were like, "I don't know, I don't think so." And then like by the second session, they asked them again, and they're like, "You know what? I think this might have happened." And then by the third session, they not only believed it, but they like developed a fake memory.
Oh no.
Well,
Oh
this happens
no.
this happens when you like wake
Yeah.
up from like a blackout and people
Sure.
tell-
Well, I mean,
you
that's
know, you
that's the first session.
can- right. Yeah.
You can tell them anything you want on that.
Tell me
but this
anything
is-
after a blackout.
Yeah. So that's slightly different, but this is like non-blackout. Like when you were 12, you
Right.
fell off the slide, broke your arm. You're like,
This
"Oh,
is
yeah."
terrible.
Yeah, this is terrible.
Actually, no, it's great. I'm just gonna start claiming everything's a false memory.
Right. Well, that, you
If,
know
any,
what?
if anybody ever says I did something, I'm like, no, that was suggested to you by
you know
yourself.
what? You know what? One of the points of the study was, and it's a shame. It's a shame Bubba's not here. Is like has huge implications in the courtroom where people can implant false memories on people testifying.
I'm sorry, this is a
And-
false memory, Your Honor.
Yeah, it's like really bad. It's like really, really bad. And I'm definitely going to start using it, like Wes said, that powerful technique to my advantage. Wes, don't you owe me 10 grand?
Yeah, I think I do.
I think you do, Wes. Don't you?
Yeah.
That's plausible.
Yeah.
It probably didn't happen, but it's plausible.
Anyways, all right. Last up in the that sucks. Anyways, last up in the science corner, and this really could be a space corner as well. That pesky Bill Gates is going to drive Q people nuts with this one, guys. Bill Gates wants to shoot a bunch of chalk into the stratosphere
Oh yeah.
in an attempt to blot out the sun and cool down the Earth. So he's gonna he's
You know,
basically,
yeah, he's
that's what it looks like.
Mark is showing us a diagram of a balloon that's like popping steam out in the sky. You know what this is
Chalk,
like?
yeah.
Chalk.
Wow.
This is the basis of so many post-apocalyptic like book series and movies, was that humans tried to control the weather and control the sun, and when they did, they destroyed the earth. And
Yeah.
like it's not just Q people, it's everybody who's going to be weary of Bill Gates'
Look, they're
idea.
already designing it.
Oh,
Like,
Oh, they're about
goodness.
to
They're about to
fucking
do it.
Send it up.
yeah, no,
Oh,
this
no.
June he plans on
It's
doing
going.
a test. He plans on doing a test run this June with 12 kilograms of chalk that will be transported 12 miles above the Swedish town of Kiruna, and then will shoot chalk laterally to see how much sun radiation and sun energy it can prevent from entering the atmosphere, which they'll track on like computer systems.
Yeah, he
And
does he?
it sounds to me like Bill Gates is sick of putting on SPF 50 sunscreen all over his pale ass when he goes to wherever the fuck he wants to for vacation. So if this works, he's just going to buy an island and shoot chalk above it every year, so he doesn't have to put on sunscreen.
But then isn't he gonna like? So he says that you could do this everywhere, and it
Yes.
would block the sun in that spot.
I guess that's, I don't know. I don't know. I have to read more, but like this, they claim it's like for last resort. But like if this works, he wants to do a larger scale test. And like, how much fucking chalk do you need to blot out like large areas? Like,
It's not
What's-
enough.
yeah, there's not enough chalk, right?
Yeah, I defended Elon Musk yesterday, but this is like, so the two richest guys besides Bezos is also trying to put shit in the sky.
Yeah.
But Bill Gates is trying to put chalk in the sky.
A lot
Elon
of
Musk is
chalk.
trying to put satellites all over the sky.
Right.
And Bezos, I'm sure, is trying to get shit in the sky too. Drones all
Maybe
over the
leave
sky.
the sky alone.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You don't own the sky. The
No.
three richest guys are all just trying to
they
take
think
over
they
the
own the
entire
sky.
sky.
Yes, exactly. So, you know, what could go wrong? Blotting out the entire sun.
So you
That's
have nothing but drones. Like your sky is going to be filled with nothing but rich guy trash. Drones, chalk, and
Jesus.
satellites as far as the eye can see.
you guys saw the steps, right? All the steps. The last step in this project is him getting murdered by a QAnon member.
I'm gonna be
Ed-
covered in white. They're gonna be spying on me, jerking off from a satellite. It's gonna be awful.
Yeah, what the fuck is he doing? Oh, by the way, experts have warned that the unusual technique of shooting a ton of chalk in the stratosphere could be disastrous for weather systems that nobody can predict. So, yeah.
Of course. No,
experts
it's
are
like
saying this is the stupidest idea of
the
all
dumbest thing of all time. So many like science fiction novelists were like, such a dumb idea.
Don't do it.
I can base a book series off of it. Here it is, trying to blot out the sun.
I don't know how Sweden got conned or whatever into this, but they're getting a shitload of chalk shot up in June. Anyways,
Thunberg into this?
Is
it Thunberg and Gates?
There's no
collab?
Way. I mean, well, she's probably into, she's so young. She means well, but she's into whatever, like someone, false memories. It worked last time, Greta.
This also legitimizes all those, like you were saying, the Q people that are saying, that they're already spraying aluminum in the air.
This is
with,
terrible.
Atmosphere with like chemtrails and stuff.
I think Bill Gates is trolling Q people at this point.
Yeah, he might be.
Does seem like it.
I mean, what is he doing? Anyways, let's face it, guys. Taking trips to the post office is probably not how you want to spend your time. That's why I recommend mailing and shipping online at Stamps.com. Stamps.com allows you to mail and ship anytime, anywhere, right from your computer. Send letters, ship packages, and pay a lot less with discounted rates from USPS, UPS, and more. Stamps.com has saved businesses thousands of hours and tons of money, including our business, Hard Factor LLC. With Stamps.com, you get the services of the post office and UPS all in one place, plus big discounts on mailing and shipping rates. Stamps.com brings the service of the U.S. Postal Service and UPS right to your computer. Stamps.com is a must-have for any business, whether you're a small office sending out invoices, an online seller shipping out orders, or even a giant warehouse sending thousands of packages a day. Stamps.com can handle it all with ease. Simply use your computer to print official U.S. postage 24/7 for any letter, any package, any class of mail, anywhere you want to send. Once your mail is ready, just schedule a pickup or drop it off. It's that simple. And with Stamps.com, you get discounts up to 40% off of post office rates and up to 62% off UPS shipping rates.
Wow. If you're shipping anything,
62.
Stamps.com is the way to go.
Yeah,
Period.
not to mention a fraction of the cost of those expensive postage meters. Stop wasting time going to the post office and go to Stamps.com instead. There's no risk. And with our promo code HARDFACTOR, which is one word, you get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, type in Hard Factor. That's Stamps.com, promo code Hard Factor. Stamps.com. Never go to the post office again. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Never.
All right, guys, going to close it out with a little double crime corner for a couple of fun ones. First, some dudes from India by the names of Magroob Akbarali and Zubair Hassan Rafiuddin were arrested at Chennai International Airport in India after police noticed the two men had some interesting hairdos. So they stopped the men and questioned them. And upon further inspection with those fantastic hairdos, they found the men were smuggling nearly $400,000 worth of gold paste and cash in their toupees.
What? How big were these toupees?
They must have looked ridiculous.
Magroob.
I
thought you were gonna say Magruber.
Yeah, no, Magroob's the mastermind.
Giant toupees.
Yeah, I'm thinking of like 70s Indian hairdos. They're kind of tall, right?
How tall though? I'm picturing like a little kid standing on another little kid and looking like a tall, like 8 foot tall human, with his hair. Like,
well, so these guys, I believe, were bald, and so they thought they could get away with it. So here I'm gonna play you guys a video, a short one. I'll talk over it, but here's the video. It's kind of disgusting and crazy, but here we go. I'll commentate on it. So it's like these pouches were just taped to the top of these guys' heads, and then they put the toupee over it. It looks like almost like a fucking explosive. There's like they also stuff there's gold paste and gold nuggets. So it's and it just rips right off of their fucking head.
I mean, it actually was pretty good, pretty well.
It's not a bad scheme. Yeah, how did they get caught? The metal detector?
They just their hair just looked a little too good. They kept touching it. Yeah.
Their heads just looked a little weirdly big.
Their head was off to the side. Like
it's basically it's like a false bottom for their wigs. Like
Right.
like they have a false bottom on a briefcase. It's like a false bottom
Exactly.
for your wig. Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they could have also caught them because they might have been walking weird because they also had found gold in their socks and their asses.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you go. The toupee, they got greedy. The toupee was great.
Yeah.
In their asses.
Yeah. I told you we shouldn't have put it in our asses. Yeah.
What are you doing? Got it in the fucking toupee. You're out scot free. You shove gold up your ass.
Yeah.
I'd love to be the X-ray guy that sees it. It's like you're looking at regular X-rays all day long, and then all of a sudden this guy's got gold on his head, like in his ass, and
He's like,
check ankles, ass, and head. You're like, holy shit.
check, sir. We have check over here. Check.
Yeah, you get the red screen immediately. There's no chance you're getting through.
Yeah. And for our last one in Minneapolis, a real life cookie monster in the form of 43-year-old Joel Whitaker of Aronco was caught stealing over $1,200 worth of Girl Scout cookies. Here is Joel's mugshot. Pretty crazy.
You made a cookie monster.
I made a cookie monster out of him. Yeah, I gave him a little blue beard and some googly eyes. Pretty unreal. According to the police report, Joel was spotted when an alarm tripped behind the Fairway Foods in Rochester, Minneapolis or Minnesota, I guess. And when cops stopped him, they found his car was loaded to the brim with cases of Girl Scout cookies. So he's just on his way home.
If you're gonna get, those technically fund the Girl Scouts. So that's a shitty thing to steal, but delicious.
$1,200 in Girl Scout cookies. What did he steal? 5 boxes?
Oh, he stole it. Yeah, exactly.
They do get pricey.
They are
pricier every
pricey.
year.
Yeah, they said he stole like 20 cases. Not sure how many boxes are in a case, but Joel's
the peanut butter ones, I don't know what they're called, but
tagalongs.
Oh, yeah. He has also the coconuts,
Samoas,
Samoas, tagalongs, Thin Mints.
Do-si-dos.
Yeah.
All of them. Joel told police he saw the loading dock door was slightly ajar, and he helped himself inside, where he came across the glorious sight of just pallets of Girl Scout cookies. And cops say they found a variety of cookies in his car. So the pallets are all one kind of cookie. So he went from pallet to pallet and picked out his favorite kinds, and then just stuffed his car as much as he could.
You just thought he'd get away with it, just be the cookie monster.
Yeah. Well, it turns out he's also a meth monster because cops searched his car and they found some heroin and meth, 2 stolen license plates, a crowbar, and bolt cutters. So this guy was just high on meth, rolling around eating Girl Scout cookies. They found some loose cookies in his car too, so he was just chomping on them, rolling around.
He's a meth. I'd say maybe he's more like the Hamburglar, except with meth.
I think the cookie monster is probably on meth. When you look at him.
That's true. That cookie monster is always.
He's
up.
skinny. He's skinny for a guy who eats a lot of cookies.
Yeah,
and he's always like yelling.
Right.
Like that guy's definitely.
Yeah, he's uppers. So that's it. That's going to do it for Hard Factor. Thank you guys again for listening to this episode of What the Fuck Wednesday. Hey, do us a favor. We're really trying to build, grow the podcast. We're growing Instagram with our videos, which is really, really awesome. We appreciate all the support there, but we need you guys to help spread the word. So if anyone that you know is into podcasts or just wants to stay a little bit informed, please share the pod with them. It helps with our ads. It helps with just keeping this thing rolling. So we really, really appreciate that. Check out our Patreon, Hard Factor, or patreon.com/Hard Factor. We got some really great exclusive content over there. We do a Hive Hour, which is a lot of fun, a little loose, more of like a radio kind of vibe, and then the full Florida Man Friday episode. So check us out there, and of course the Discord, which is a great community. But yeah, that's all we're gonna give you today. As far as the sales pitch, really appreciate you guys. Have a great fucking day.